Hello and welcome. You're watching Brass Tacks with me, Zaka Jacob. AIADMK Supremo and former Tamil Nadu Chief Minister E Palaniswami met with Home Minister Amit Shah and BJP President J Nadda yesterday. It was a 4-hour-long meeting. This has led to huge speculation that the AIADMK and the BJP, which were partners before, then got estranged, are now speculated to get back together ahead of the Tamil Nadu Assembly elections next year. But EPS clawed back his position just a wee bit after reaching Chennai this morning. He said it is still too early to talk about alliances and that the election is over a year away. The bigger question is, if they do come together, then do they have the potential of unseating the DMK government, especially given that Stalin seems to be positioning himself with the NEP issue, with the Hindi debate, the two-language formula, etc., as the sole guardian or the sole representative of Tamil interests before a quote-unquote hegemonic center. Will the ADMK BJP combine if they do come together? And we don't know about this third pillar, which is Vijay, an unknown factor of the TVK, the new party, so no one knows how his party is going to perform. But if the AIADMK and the BJP come together, do they have the potential to unseat Mr. Stalin's government?
BJP continues to be strong. The current NDA continues to be strong. Our doors and windows are always open for any leader to come and join NDA, to strengthen NDA. And we are not against any party per se. Anybody is joining us with the only aim of dethroning DMK, everybody is welcome.
அதோடு போதைப்பொருள் நடமாட்டம் தமிழகத்தில் அதிகரித்திருக்கிறது என்பதையெல்லாம் சுட்டிக்காட்டி தேவையான நடவடிக்கை மேற்கொள்ள வேண்டும் என்று மத்திய உள்துறை அமைச்சரை சந்தித்து நாங்கள் கோரிக்கை மனு அளித்திருக்கின்றோம். நீங்கள் பத்திரிகையில் தான் போட்டுட்டு இருக்கிறீங்க, அப்படி எந்த இதுவும் கிடையாது. இப்போ முழுக்க மக்களுடைய பிரச்சனைக்காகத்தான் நாங்கள் வந்திருக்கிறோம்.
Now, even though the BJP has hinted at the possibility of reviving the alliance, E Palaniswami has played down the speculations in a major way. Here are what his conditions are if at all this alliance were to take shape. For one, Mr. EPS is very clear he does not want the other factions of the AIADMK, whether it's TTV Dinakaran, Shashikala, O Paneerselvam, none of them to be a part of the formal AIADMK or even for that matter an extended part of the NDA. Not just this, EPS also wants a high-level steering committee or a panel to be constituted that will formalize the alliance and that will have greater powers than the current BJP state chief, who is Annamalai. And it is well known in Tamil Nadu political circles that Mr. EPS and Mr. Annamalai are not exactly in the best of terms. But the political temperatures are clearly rising in battleground Tamil Nadu. The meeting between EPS, the former Chief Minister, and the AIADMK Supremo with Union Home Minister Amit Shah in the national capital has added some fuel to the speculation about the comeback of this alliance. Whether there is any merit to these media speculation, that of course we'll know in the run-up to the assembly elections next year. But let's tell you what exactly went wrong between these allies who then became political rivals. The AIADMK is against the Uniform Civil Code, which of course is one of the fundamental principal issues as far as the BJP is concerned. Already you have states like Uttarakhand which have implemented that, and this is going to be a key agenda issue for the BJP going towards 2029. Additionally, there is this whole poaching war that's been going on over the last couple of years between the AIADMK and the BJP. Numerous AIADMK leaders have quit and joined the BJP. This is again further divided parties. And thirdly, there is the AIADMK's ever-growing rift, personality-driven rift, one may add, between Mr. EPS and the BJP State Unit Chief, Mr. Annamalai. Also, what further adds to the divide was that senior BJP leader a couple of years ago in 2023, when the AIADMK and the BJP split and parted ways, had even attacked J Jayalalithaa, who of course has godlike status within the AIADMK. That was the final straw. So how they rework that is also going to be a critical factor. The differences, of course, are galore, but like I said, it's a question of political survival, both for the AIADMK and for the BJP. There is no way individually on their own they can unseat the Stalin-led DMK government. But if they do come together, if they do join forces, then they do have a chance, a very good chance, of actually being able to put together a challenge in the 2026 assembly elections, put together a united, strong front against the DMK. And there is historic evidence to show this. In the 1998 Lok Sabha elections, the second time that Mr. Vajpayee won, the BJP and the AIADMK, the Jayalalithaa AIADMK, were in alliance at that time. They managed to sweep the Lok Sabha elections. The BJP won 3 out of 5 seats at that time it was contesting. The AIADMK won 18 out of 22. And in fact, Jayalalithaa was part of the AIADMK was part of the NDA at that time and part of the Union Cabinet in 1998. In 2019, however, the BJP failed to make any dents and the AIADMK managed to win just 1 seat out of 39. So they got routed, the BJP-AIADMK alliance, in the 2019 Lok Sabha. But here is what has happened on the contrary when the two have not contested together. In 2004, you remember it was a complete wipeout. In fact, the Congress and DMK alliance won every single seat in that election, in the Lok Sabha election of 2004. The BJP and the AIADMK got 0 seats. In fact, they won the entire state at that time. Again in 2014, the DMK and the Congress got wiped out. In fact, the AIADMK won 37 out of 39 seats in 2014. The BJP managed to get 1 seat. So clearly, there is evidence to show that if the BJP and the AIADMK come together, they have a greater chance of doing better than the DMK Congress combined. But like I said, EPS, after the 4-hour meeting yesterday, today when he landed in Chennai, he played down that speculation. There are still issues that need to be ironed out. And like I said, these two conditions that he has put forth, will they be acceptable to the BJP? Because otherwise, this alliance may not happen. Let's now open this up to our panelists who are joining us. Ms. Madhuvanti is leader of the Tamil Nadu BJP, A. Saravanan, spokesperson of the DMK, and Mr. Shekhar Iyer, senior journalist, is also joining us. Ma'am, let me start with you first. Mr. EPS has played down the speculation. He said this is only coming in the media. I didn't go there for alliance talks, etc., etc. Let's leave that aside for a second. The conditions that he has put forth: number one, no question of bringing back OPS, TTV, Shashikala, etc. And number two, there has to be a grade above your state president, Mr. Annamalai, for Mr. EPS to have direct channel of communication with your national leadership. Is both of this acceptable to the BJP?
Good evening, Zaka, and good evening to my fellow panelists also. First and foremost, this is too early to even be talking about all this. And the fact that Mr. EPS has made the effort and gone with a delegation to meet Amit Shah ji itself, I think, tells us a lot of, you can read between the lines. So I don't think I have the, authority to be talking about the alliance. The alliance is something that is discussed and decided by the High Command at Delhi. So we will answer all these questions when the right time comes. Am I audible?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. So we will answer these questions when the right time comes, and we will see what needs to be done, because as far as both BJP and ADMK are concerned, for the greater good of Tamil Nadu being redeemed from this absolutely draconian rule that we are facing today with absolutely no law and order and all the scams one after the other, the people themselves in Tamil Nadu are disgusted with the government. So for the greater good, if something is going to work out later on,
okay,
so be it. So
but let me ask Saravanan. Saravanan, if these parties come together, even in the 2021 assembly election, which your party and your alliance won by a fair margin, if you look at the vote share of the DMK-led alliance, it was 37.7%. The ADMK alliance was 34.4%. So there was barely a 3% gap in vote share between the two alliances. Of course, seat share, you won more than 150 and the NDA alliance won about 60 odd. But of course, that's vote share to seat share conversion. That's a very tricky game in Indian politics. But the point is, that was after 5 years of anti-incumbency against a sitting ADMK government. Now, you are in the hot seat. You are the party and the government that's facing anti-incumbency. So if they come together, there's a very real chance that they can close that gap of 3%.
Yeah. Zaka, you did not speak about the 2019 elections. Compare that with the 2024 elections. 2019 elections, the BJP fought the elections in the alliance with ADMK, I'm talking about the Lok Sabha elections, we got a whopping 52% vote share. When they were split in 2024, our vote share was 48%. So when BJP and ADMK are going to be together, it's going to be very helpful to us. This perception that the BJP, it's not the perception alone, it is a fact too, that BJP is against the interest and welfare of the people of Tamil Nadu is well entrenched. And the kind of statements all of the ADMK leaders have made in the last 1 year or so is going to make it very difficult for them to stitch it. Though the leaders may want this alliance, they may stitch it. And it's going to be very, very tough for them. It is the BJP which wants this alliance. The ADMK does not want this alliance.
Let's look at it this way. What choice does Mr. EPS have? He knows that if it's going to be a multipolar fight against the DMK alliance, so there's ADMK, there is NDA, BJP plus smaller factions of ADMK, there is also Mr. Vijay and TVK, and then there are other smaller parties. That only means advantage to DMK because the anti-incumbent vote will split. Mr. EPS knows that very well.
Yeah, see, that's what. whatever may be the calculation that the anti-incumbency vote will split or anything. But we are very, very confident that we will be able to win. When the ADMK and the BJP are going to contest the elections together, we will be able to get a very big victory. That apart, there is a pro-incumbency in the state of Tamil Nadu. There is no anti-incumbency. The welfare schemes, what we have been able to roll out in the last 4 years, this has been copied across the country. This is the Dravidian model of governance. Okay. The BJP has followed this in Maharashtra. They give credit their victory to this scheme, rolling out the scheme. It was in the government which was in power. Within Delhi, they said they promised 2,500 rupees. In Haryana, the same thing happened. So people are looking at welfare governments, the governments which take care of the women.
I don't want to come into the misgovernance issues, traffic issues, infrastructure issues, what Ms. Madhuvanti is saying, alleged corruption issues. Anyway, I'll leave that aside. I want to get to Shekhar here, and I think Saravanan made a point. I've got the list of Lok Sabha elections where BJP and ADMK fought together. Let's have that graphic on screen. And those Lok Sabha elections where BJP and ADMK did not fight together. In 1998, when Jayalalithaa was the party supremo, the BJP and the ADMK fought together. BJP won 3 out of 5 seats it contested. ADMK won 18 out of 22. And ADMK went on to be part of Mr. Vajpayee's second government. Then in the 2019 Lok Sabha elections, the BJP and the ADMK, despite fighting together, they got wiped out. In fact, the BJP had won, I believe, only 1 seat at that time. Sorry, the ADMK had won 1 seat at that time. The BJP did not win a single seat. In 2014, when they fought separately, when Jayalalithaa was alive, the ADMK swept that Lok Sabha election. They won 37 out of 39 seats. The BJP did not win any, won 1 seat out of 8 that it contested. And in the 2004 polls, of course, everybody knows what happened in those polls. They fought together, but both BJP and ADMK got wiped out. So there is a method, political calculation to what Mr. EPS and Mr. Amit Shah are trying to do. Unfortunately, the perception, as Saravanan said, is BJP, rightfully or wrongfully, they've made it out to be the perception in Tamil Nadu that BJP is against the interests of the state, Hindi, NEP, 3-language formula, you name it, delimitation, all of that.
Well, Zaka, we need to look more closely at 2024 elections. See, in 2024, post-elections, both sides have realized, I mean, both the BJP as well as the ADMK have realized, if they had fought together, they could have done better than what they had achieved. I mean, they could have at least won 10 seats. If you look at the votes that were split, number one, in 2019, DMK was in the opposition. ADMK was the ruling party.
Yeah.
So therefore, DMK being the opposition party definitely had a better edge than the AD. But today, DMK is in the ruling party. So there is definitely 5 years of anti-incumbency, number one. Number two, DMK still today, they are feeling very pretty that they are sitting pretty and they are looking at 200 plus seats. But the dynamics of alliances are constantly changing in Tamil Nadu. See, that is why DMK also is looking at somehow trying to bring Patali Makkal Katchi, PMK, into the alliance. And the other development that has happened, this meeting between Palaniswami and Amit Shah hasn't happened just overnight. It's not so sudden as it appears to be. See, first, the ADMK, through its interlocutors, tried to reach out to actor Vijay.
Yeah.
But that alliance did not work out because actor Vijay made it very clear he will not play second fiddle to ADMK, or he will not play second fiddle to Palaniswamy, because Palaniswamy will be the CM candidate of that alliance. That's one. Number two, since then you have noticed one thing. That is a time when Palaniswamy realized that he left BJP NDA alliance for one major reason, not so much for Annamalai attacking him and all that. It was largely because it was felt with the BJP alliance, the ADMK was losing minority votes in the southern districts. His advisors thought that if they leave BJP, those minority votes would shift from DMK to AIADMK automatically. That did not also happen. Now, Palaniswamy realized this is a do or die battle for AIADMK and for his leadership. So therefore, his coming here has come after he has realized that actor Vijay is probably a DMK prop who is out to divide the opposition votes rather than an alternative.
Okay.
And that is a charge accusation even made by Annamalai subsequently. Now, as far as the chemistry between Annamalai and Palaniswamy, both of them are, politicians. They know what is the ground reality. It is no more a question of their egos. It is rather united they stand, divided they fall.
Divided
now,
they
will this
cease
alliance
to exist.
immediately?
Because, like you said, I mean, for Palaniswamy, he lost the 2019 Lok Sabha, he lost the 2021 State Assembly election, and he lost the 2024 Lok Sabha. And the same can be said of Mr. Annamalai as well. He lost the 2021 State Assembly elections, the 2024 Lok Sabha elections. So it is really a do or die battle for both of these personalities. We'll see how it plays out. Thank you very much, Madhuvanti, Shekhar Iyer, A. Saranan, for joining us. Let's see. It's going to be a fascinating election in the state of Tamil Nadu in exactly a year's time, in April, May of 2026.